lovelies! I completely forgot to film the proper intro to this video once I was all done up, so let's just pretend that this video of me rambling is me telling you hello there, welcome to today's video. We are doing a chatty get ready with me. Yes, another one of those because I have lots to tell you guys about. So let's just cut out this awkward bit and get right into it. Okay, here we go. I hate how white this foundation looks on camera. Like, I look in the mirror and it looks normal. Yeah, like it's pale, but it looks normal. But on camera it is like white. I don't know if it's just the lights or the way, it's not good. Anyway, hello, yes, we are back with another chatty get ready with me. I realize that I do these quite often, but it's just because like this is kind of the best way for me to sit down and like connect with you guys and like update you on what's been going on and all of that. So I feel like I need like one of these a month or so that I can just be like, hey, here's what's been going on, and like have a chat with you guys and just info dump at you. So I'm going to learn from my usual tomfoolery and start doing the makeup before I do anything else. I'm going in to rub my eyes with pink again today, as I have been a lot, but I swear I think this time it should be at least a little bit different. I have something different in mind from the sort of makeup look that I've been enjoying recently. So yeah, updates. What all has been going on since the last time? My skin kind of went to crap again. So the way it was, like, I'd been to the dermatologist and I got 2 different medications off of him. One was an antibiotic and one was spironolactone, something like that. And like the antibiotics lasted, I think, 2 or 3 months, and then the other one was to be continued, then sort of long term. And for like a good few months my skin was like the clearest it has been since I can remember, and it was all going really well and I was very pleased. But then, as has been the issue in the past with the antibiotics, is like a few weeks after those ran out and it was just down to the other medication, which I'd never had before, but like I'd been on the antibiotics alone before. A few weeks after they ran out, then I just started getting breakouts again and stuff, so clearly the other one on its own wasn't enough, so I've been put back onto both of those for now, and I've got like the benzoyl peroxide and stuff, so that's where we're at for now. And if it keeps my skin clear, then that's grand. So like right now I still have quite a few like breakouts going on, but it's starting to calm down because I just got the medication again there recently. So in ADHD updates, I have been put on a new medication, but so far it's not going super well. This time I'm on Strattera, I think is like the common name for it. I forget like the actual like chemical name. And unlike stimulant ADHD medications, with Strattera, like you have to be on it for a while to notice any like differences. I've had it for like a week or 2 now, and I've actually only taken it twice, which isn't what you're supposed to. You're supposed to take it every day regularly, but the 2 times that I've taken it, it has just made me feel so unwell, like so sick. And people have been like, oh, you need to eat, you know, before you take it. I'm like, I did eat before I took it. It didn't help. Yeah, it has made me so incredibly nauseous. So then, you know, after a day of that, I have been unwilling to do it again. So that has been a problem. I have read online that sometimes it like that can settle down after you get used to taking it for a while. It's just whether or not I can take it regularly enough to get used to it, because oh my gosh, it has made me unwell. And that means, you know, like I know if I have like a busy day coming up, then I don't want to take it, because if I'm really nauseous, I know I'll get nothing done. So then days where I'm busy, I can't take it because I'm like, I can't afford to just be ill all day. So that has been problematic. So things on that side aren't going super well. But, you know, being part of like, or not, I don't know if I'm really part, but just sort of finding ADHD communities and stuff on Twitter has just been helpful for not feeling alone, for realizing that certain issues and behaviors of mine are in fact linked to ADHD and not just like a random thing, and for like being able to describe things that I have struggled with and have not known how to describe in the past, if that makes sense. So that's been nice. Like one thing that I had been thinking about a lot but I couldn't really put into words came up on my Twitter, and I was like, oh my god. As the fact that like I am pretty much always burnt out. I am in a constant state of being burnt out, but I also felt stupid like ever thinking about trying to say that, because, you know, to the outside world a lot of the time it looks like I'm doing nothing. You know, like I won't upload a video for like 2 weeks, so it's like you've done like nothing for 2 weeks, so how can you possibly be burnt out? You've had all this time to relax. But the thing is, even though it looks like I'm doing nothing, I am definitely not relaxing, because the whole time that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm stressing out about the fact that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing and trying to like will myself to do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm like just, I can't, my brain is just not letting me do the thing. So then I'm just actually sitting like so stressed that my heart is like pounding about not doing the thing, and I'll do that for weeks on end. So even though I've gotten nothing done, I am still exhausted and burnt out, you know? Like I don't remember the last time I purposefully took time to relax, and I don't feel like I can do that until I get caught up on work, but I can't get caught up on work because my brain is being stupid and I'm burnt out. And that is like the ongoing problem, and seeing someone else sort of explain it was like, you know, like a light bulb moment, and I was like, that! If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw that whole revelation and that whole discussion, but yeah, so just things like that have been very welcome in just making me not feel so lost with it all, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating that that's how my brain works. I just keep coming back to feeling like to make any big changes and to really get on top of my life the way I want to, it will require just getting out of this house. I just need out of this little house where there's no space and everything's cluttered and I can't focus and I can't flow and function well. But so far that is still going terribly. We're not having any luck finding anywhere. And the closer it gets to Christmas, the fewer houses there are appearing on, you know, up for rent. So it has been a struggle. I promise there'll be more positive things later in this video, but you know, I'm telling you guys about my life, and you know, this is what's been going on. I'm always very like on edge about like complaining because I've had so many people complain that I complain too much that it's like a permanent like insecurity now, I guess. But I'm not trying to complain, I'm just trying to like update you guys on what's been going on. But yeah, so we haven't actually had much luck in finding a place. I'm still gutted because about a month ago now there was like one place that I really liked. It was, for one, for the price of it, it was huge. The reason I think like it was a low price was because like the decorating and stuff was very outdated. Like before it went up for rent, like an older couple had lived there for a really long time, so, and the decor really showed that. So I think that's why because they'd lowered the price a few times because of that. But yeah, for the price it was massive. This house was so big and it had so many rooms, and that was very exciting to me because I love space. And then on top of that, it was like kind of quirky and I really liked it. And there were just like a few like features that I really liked. For instance, like it had like a little like sunroom conservatory type thing with like this lovely wall. I took a picture while we were there, and like this lovely wall with like ivy growing in from the outside, and I loved that so much. And I had like all these visions of like filling it with like putting like loads of plants there and using that as like a little filming background, and I was like very excited about that. And like it was wait for that part of the story. It was before, when we went to see this house, it was before we lost Victoria. If you don't know about that, please don't leave a bunch of comments asking what happened. Just go to my Instagram. I don't want to talk about it here. I don't want to talk about it at all. So just, if you don't know, then you can just go to my Instagram for it. But yeah, when we went to view that house, it was before Victoria passed. And like another little, like one of the features that the house had, I was like, oh my god, it's a sign, was like the bathroom that would have been like my bathroom, which I've never had a my bathroom. Like Jake and I, in the 10 years we've been living together, have always had like places with a shared bathroom, and it's not anything that I ever really thought about until I started thinking about the possibility of having my own bathroom, and then I realized how much I hate sharing a bathroom and how exciting the idea of like my bathroom is. But anyway, the bathroom that would have been my bathroom in this place actually had like this little scene with swans on the wall, and I was like, oh, it's meant to be. And I was like so excited. And just because like they'd been trying to rent that place for quite a while, and like from what the letting agent said, like they had not had any luck, this place, it really felt like we were going to get this place. Like it felt very sure, and we shouldn't have got our hopes up, because no, we did not get it. They rented it to someone else. They found like I think they said they found like a friend of the family or something to rent it instead, so we didn't get it. And then yeah, so I said wait for that part of the story. And a truly extra tragic turn of events, we actually found out that we didn't get that house about an hour before I found out that Victoria had died. So I was already heartbroken and sobbing that day. I was already having a bad day because we'd lost this house that I really loved, and then like an hour later, when I was still crying, that news came through, and just, oh, it was a really bad day. It was an absolutely awful day. And then like the next few days after that, more awful things just kept happening. November was a bad month, okay? we're gonna cheer up now and we're gonna move on. But yeah, like I haven't really told that full story just yet. So yeah, no, November was a bad month. There was that. There was like a few things that just went completely wrong. Like the next day something went wrong after that, and then a little while after that I found out almost every family member that I'm like actually close with, other than my dad, had all been exposed to COVID, which was, you know, absolutely awful. And like there are some members of the family that are extremely like immunocompromised. So yeah, I found out that like pretty much everyone that I've ever been close to in my family, other than my dad, had been exposed to that, and that was like scary. Thankfully, that was about over 2 weeks ago now, maybe actually coming up to 3 weeks, and everyone's okay. So at least that didn't go anywhere awful. But you can imagine when I was already not feeling good and then that news came as well, it was not good. So forgive me for being absent from YouTube, but like, oh god, it was just everything, you know? Like we've already got like this year, so we've got like the COVID depression and the being stuck inside depression. Then there's like the normal depression that I struggle with in my life in general, so that's like 2. And then on top of that, number 3, there's seasonal affective disorder, which is, you know, like seasonal depression, which I get every winter. So like, that was another one. And then just all this awful stuff all happened at once. And I was like, I can't. It's too many things. I can't do it. So, so yeah, that's where we are with all of that. We're gonna move on. But yeah, basically just like, I feel like I won't be able to really get on top of my life until we move house, and that is just not going well, was my original point. Moving house and learning to drive, those are the two. Oh, I haven't told, frick, I haven't told you guys. I've told Twitter, I haven't told you guys. Oh no, I need to continue with my makeup. Right, hold on, I'm gonna make some progress and then I'll tell you guys. Okay, we made a bit of progress, and I will try to remember to keep doing makeup while I'm talking. I had my first driving lesson recently, which was stressful. It was okay. It didn't go terribly, but I feel like it also didn't go amazingly. I didn't crash and I didn't stall the car, so like it certainly could have been worse, but I am definitely a very stressy person. So like the main bulk of it was in like an area that doesn't have a lot going on because it's like a big sort of industrial complex, so it's like very big open wide roads that are meant for like, you know, big trucks and stuff to go down, and there's not like loads of traffic. There's definitely not a lot of pedestrian stuff. There's a bit but not a ton. So we started off down there and it was mostly okay. I was definitely just stressed in general because I'm a stressy person. I've never been so happy for the fact that we have to wear masks right now, because it meant that all the people driving past me couldn't see that my face was permanently like under my mask the whole time. I was like so I was very grateful of that, and also like halfway through the lesson I realized that my arms and hands were aching because I'd just been like death gripping the steering wheel the whole time. But it was like sort of okay. I hate the clutch. I hate the clutch and the gears. I hate it. There's an option to just learn on an automatic. I think certainly whenever I eventually get a car, I really want an automatic because I hate it. But I feel like I might as well learn to drive with the gear, the shift, because it just means if I ever need to drive a car that has one of those in the future, I'll know how to. So I'm suffering and learning to do it, but god, I hate it, because just every time I would start to finally, like, you know, like be driving off and I begin comfortable, I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun, then you'd have to change the gear and it just takes me out of the flow of like finally relaxing and enjoying the driving, and your leg aches, oh my god. So yeah, I didn't enjoy the gear and shifting thing. It took me a little bit to sort of get the hang of turning, just in the sense that a lot of the time when I needed to make a very slight turn, I would do it a little bit too much, like just the tiniest bit too much. Or if we had to make like a much harsher turn, I really struggled to do it fast enough to get the amount of turn that is needed, so that like those were a little bit of a struggle, but not too bad. I'm sort of like terrified to ever take my eyes off the road, so like whenever I have to change gear and stuff, I'm just like feeling around for it and being like, wait, where's second gear again? So like I don't know, I'm afraid to look away in case something horrible happens. So like little things like that. The real trouble didn't start until then we got into busier areas, and that stressed me out, because that's something that stressed me out even not in a car. And I was like so stressy, and if I could see like, you know, traffic starting to queue up behind me as I was trying to remember how to change the gear, my heart nearly stopped. Like I wanted to cry, and like this one woman gave me a really dirty look as she, like, it was on the passenger side, but like as the car drove by, the passenger gave me like this really awful look. I was like, I'm sorry. because I was just like a little bit too slow, so they overtook me, and that like nearly gave me a heart attack. So that is when I got like really stressed out and started having a really bad time with it, and I was like, oh god. And then I drove home from like where we'd been, and to drive home I have to go past 2 schools. And the schools were both letting out, so there were all these school kids crossing the road. There was a lot of traffic from like parents picking them up, a lot of like buses and that was the worst part of the whole thing, was just that whole trip home. And like I think that's like the one time where like my brain just actually shorted out and I just couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do, and I was just like, ah, and he had to like take the wheel and just like turn us to where. So yeah, there's a thing that I just completely forgot would be relevant to tell you guys. But yeah, so like moving house and learning how to drive I think are 2 things that will like completely change life. At least I certainly hope so. So those are the 2 things that I want right now. At least one of them is in progress. The house moving is not going well, but I am now officially learning to drive, and I passed my theory on the first go. Camera stopped recording, but it's fine because I could just then even up the sides. So in the time that I have been somewhat absent from YouTube over the past little while, where I haven't been making that many videos, I have been working on some stuff in the background for YouTube. It's videos that are being recorded over a number of weeks, as opposed to a video like this where I sit down and record it all in one. And with videos like that as well, it's like I never know if I actually have what I need to upload them until, you know, those couple of weeks are up, and then I can sit down, put together the footage and see if I actually got enough for a coherent video. But like some little things that I have hopefully coming up, if all the footage has worked out, is a little video making some terrariums. It's a little sneak peek of my terrariums here, which has been very nice, and I like having these little jars of outside to keep me happy whenever I can't be outside because the weather is terrible. I can just look at my jar of outside. This one is definitely like a big maybe because I don't know how it will work out because it's not a format I've really done before, is I am attempting to make a little like craft with me video on like a number of craft projects I have on the go, because I have been in a very crafty mood. So I have like a few things that I'm doing, and while I was waiting for the decorator to come to the studio to do a few bits that I couldn't do by myself and just to speed things along, since I couldn't do a lot until the decorator came, I actually just brought like a folding table over to my studio, set it up in the corner, and started working on some little things. So I had that going for a little while, but then the decorator came, so I had to like pack all of that away. So I have had a break from working on that specific video and a lot of my craft projects, just because everything was packed away and then folks went onto the studio. But I will be continuing that, and hopefully that'll work out because I think that could be fun. I'm just trying to think of like how I want to put it together and how I want to edit it into like a little fun video. But yeah, it'll be like working on a bunch of different crafty things, which I think could hopefully be fun if it turns out the way I'm envisioning it. And then speaking of the studio, of course the other thing that's coming, it will be the next like studio decorating progress update video, which I'm excited for this one because big changes are happening. And I'm not going to go into like too much detail on things because, you know, that's obviously going to be for that video, but I can like tell you little bits and pieces and like things that the Twitter crew already know. Like if you want to know every little thought that pops into my head, Twitter is the place to be. Oversharing, it's a skill. So as it stands now, and you can't see it until the video, so if you guys have watched the previous studio videos, you know there's going to be like a pink side of the studio and a like dark green spooky side of the studio. The spooky side of the studio is almost completely painted. There is one wall that I need to do in the bone color, and then like a few little bits around the place that need to be filled in with the green, but it is almost completely painted. After months of trying to find a sofa that I liked, that was available, that was a reasonable price, and that would actually fit in the space that I needed to go, which was like the biggest problem with finding a sofa, was trying to find one to fit those exact dimensions. I finally got a sofa. I got it on Facebook Marketplace, and I got it pretty cheap because I know which one the sofa is like to buy new because I had looked at it, and I got it like almost £1,000 cheaper than I would have if I wanted to like buy that outright off the website. So like, you know, that's good. Plus, like from what I saw on the website, it looked like it would have taken me like, I would have paid all that money extra and it would have been 15 weeks before I got it. And I was like, what? How can you have someone pay so much money for something and also have to, no. So all of that was like a no. So the one I got isn't the exact one I wanted that I'd like, you know, seen on the website. Like in an ideal world, that would have been like the ideal sofa because it's a different color. So like the one I wanted was obviously going to be black. This one's like a brownish color, but that's fine because I'm going to get like a I've ordered a sofa cover for it, so it doesn't matter what color it is. The one who sold it to me, whenever I was talking to her, said that there were no stains. And that it was in good, you know, good, no stains, professionally cleaned. Lies! Utter lies! Like, we got it over to the studio, unpacked it all, and oh my god, no, it is absolutely stained. Promises of no stains is a lie. That is mildly annoying, but as I say, I got it fast and I got it for like almost £1,000 cheaper than I would have got it if I had have bought it new, so whatever. I'm just gonna take all the covers, like the cushion covers, home and do that thing I've seen on TikTok where you put it in the bathtub with like borax and baking soda and it like strips all the gross out of it. I'm just gonna do that. And because it's not like it smells clean enough, but I'm just very aware, so I'm just gonna strip it. I'm gonna strip all the gross out of it, make it nice and clean, put all that back on, and I'm gonna put a cover and like a bunch of throw blankets and stuff over it anyway, so the stains, they don't really matter, so it's fine. It's fine. But I like, whenever I set it all up, I was like, oh, liar. There are a few things that I've ordered for the studio that have already arrived. There's quite a few things more that I've ordered for the studio arriving tomorrow. I got one of the desks for it like weeks ago, but I haven't been able to bring it over yet because I don't have a car. But I'm gonna try to bring a bunch of the stuff then, since a bunch of stuff has already arrived and a bunch of stuff is arriving, did I say tomorrow? Monday. Monday a bunch of stuff's arriving. I'm gonna try to like get a van to bring like everything over at once. I'm definitely kind of working on it in the way where like I'm kind of working out side by side, so at the minute my focus is entirely on the green spooky side. I'm just getting that done, and once that's done I can work on the pink side, so that's kind of the way I'm going. As I said, just giving you little updates. You can't see any of this until the actual video, but I'm just giving you little updates. But yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff coming. I'm excited. I ordered like a bunch of art to put up on the wall behind the sofa, which is like I have like set plans. So I'm waiting for all of that, very excited for that. And yeah, I'm just so eager to like get things going and really get using the studio and like making fun videos. I'm coming back to my lips and stuff. I'm just kind of bouncing around trying to figure out what I'm doing. I had quite a sure idea of the outfit and stuff I wanted to do today, but honestly I think makeup isn't exactly what I thought it would be like, and I feel like the outfit I wanted to wear would actually look better maybe with like a monochrome version of this, so like greys instead of pinks. So I might try a different outfit than what I'd originally intended. That makes the whole thing very different, doesn't it? Do I want a spider? I'm still trying to grow out like part of my undercut, like just like this much. So I still have these tufts and they drive me crazy. I don't know if I want a spider because I have more hair than I would usually have when I do a spider. I'll see what I do. I don't really know how I'm styling my hair yet today, so I'll see how that goes and then we'll decide if we want a spider. So this look has taken such a turn from what I originally had in my head. It has ended up very different. I feel a little bit like a creepy cartoon clown. I'm not quite sure why, but that is how I'm feeling and I am not mad at it. Could we add a spider friend? Let me just see. No, we could do that. I love that it's just stayed. Huh. Okay, but I think overall this is probably around about my finished look. So what do you think? How do we feel about today's look? Do you also get creepy cartoon clown, or is that just me? Do you get other vibes? Let me know. So yes, there is a lot on the horizon. As I say, November was not a good time, but I'm trying to claw my way back to sanity. Sanity. There are many fun studio updates to come, which I'm so excited about. I hope you guys are too. Like, 'cause, like the last vlog, like I said, I got a lot done, but at the end of it, it still didn't really look different because the a lot that I got done wasn't useful in changing how things looked. It was important but not, you know, pretty. But in this next vlog, like how it looks is going to be very different and that's exciting, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to go. I've got some spooky boxes to record, which I'm very excited about. We love a good spooky box. Do please remember to leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing and all of the rest. And do you have anything particular that you're hoping to get for Christmas this year? Let me know. It's Christmas is shockingly soon. I am not prepared. Of course, as always, if you enjoyed the video or if you just want to show your support, give it a wee thumbs up. Always love that. If you're new here and you enjoyed my rambling, I imagine a lot of it probably would have been quite strange out of context, but if you enjoyed it, please do feel free to hit the subscribe button, or you know, you can go check out some other videos first and see what you think, then hit the subscribe button because we would love to have you as part of the family. On that note, an extra way to join the family and just gain my eternal love and gratitude even more than you do for hitting the subscribe button already. You can check out my Patreon, which is down in the description, which is exactly the main thing that keeps this channel and me going. Love that. Very important. It's down there. If you don't know what it is, don't worry, there's plenty of information on the website. And I think that is everything, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, lovelies!